Yo, listen. YouTube is the move for 2025. If you're like me, you contemplate whether a 9 to 5 job is for you. Maybe you're at your job every day and you're just like, man, like I don't really want to be here. You feel constricted, you feel restricted, you feel confined, you feel like you're trapped, you feel like you're being micromanaged. You know what I'm saying? You got to clock in at a certain time. You got limited time for your breaks, limited specific times for your lunches. And you're just like, man, this is like eating at my freedom, right? It's eating at your consciousness. You know what I'm saying? And I get it, bro. Like you got to do what you got to do. You got to get you you got to get the bag, right? You got to secure the bag. I understand that. So I'm not knocking anybody who's working a 9 to 5. I encourage it. But understand that you should be making YouTube videos on the side. You should be creating content on YouTube on the side because it can supplement your 9 to 5 income eventually. If you're consistent enough, if you post enough, and you build an audience and you build a community and you reach 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, YouTube will monetize you. YouTube will set up advertising on your videos. So that means that every video you put out will have ad placements on it, which will help generate revenue, which will help get you paid, which will get you that much closer to escaping the 9 to 5, the rat race, the corporate plantation that you're stuck on. Now, this is not a video telling you to quit your job. I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm not telling you to quit your 9 to 5. I got nothing against 9 to 5s. Personally, I've worked plenty of 9 to 5 positions. And I always give my all. I've always given my all at every 9 to 5. I've done my best. I showed up on time. I put in my best effort. You know what I'm saying? I stayed overtime. I worked the clock. I worked my shift. I put in the effort. I put in the hours. I put in the work. And sometimes it's like, okay, cool. Like this is, I like this. Like there's a cool culture. There's a cool office. There's cool people. There's cool music. There's cool benefits. There's cool perks, and all that stuff is what keeps you at the 9 to 5. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you have a 9 to 5 and it's working for you, great. Stay with it. But I often find myself at the 9 to 5, like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Right? You're at the 9 to 5. You ask yourself, like, is this all my life is gonna be? Is this my purpose? Waking up every day, showing up to the same place at the same time, seeing the same people, doing the same thing, going through the same script on the same timeline, having to smell other people's food, have to deal with other people's coughs and their sicknesses, and just kind of be on this corporate pattern, right? Stuck in this routine. I mean, just know that there's more for life out there. There's more for you. There's more that life has to offer than just working your 9 to 5. Now, there's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5. Like literally, your 9 to 5 job can provide for you. It can pay for the bills, your rent, your groceries, your car, your utilities, all that stuff. So don't quit your job if you have nothing else going on, and don't quit your 9 to 5 just because you want to do YouTube. But YouTube can be a way for you to get paid easily. YouTube can make it easy for you to get views and get paid easily, even if you're just a regular person, an everyday person. You could be doing Uber, you could be doing DoorDash, you could be doing Lyft, you could be a content creator, a day trader, anybody, any type of entrepreneur, just a regular individual who works their 9 to 5. You could be a boss, you could be a CEO. There's no limits, there's no cap, there's no real requirements to post on YouTube. You just need to start doing it. And I don't know, if you're like me, then you spend a lot of time on YouTube. Like you watch a lot of content. You know what I'm saying? You got certain channels you subscribe to. You look forward to their videos. Imagine if you were the person that people look forward to seeing when they posted. Like that can be you. And the thing is, you don't believe that you have anything to offer. You're like, oh, I have nothing to say. I have no value to give. I have nothing to talk about. I have nothing interesting going on in my life. Like, why would I make videos? Listen, the world is huge. There's so many people out there. And YouTube is a huge search engine. I promise you, there's somebody out there who's looking to hear the things you have to say, who's looking to hear, and who wants to hear what you have to say, who wants to hear the value you have to give, who wants to hear your experience, your story. So never be like too prideful or have too much of an ego or think less of yourself, thinking like you're not made for YouTube or like why would anybody listen to me? Like I have nothing to say. Like that's not the case, fam. Just make YouTube videos because there's a lot of people out there just like you. There's a lot of people out there just like us, regular everyday people who are not like these super elite celebrity influencers, right? Who are like looking for someone to connect with, looking for somebody who's in their shoes, who's going through the same thing as them, who's on a similar journey, on a similar path, in a similar walk of life. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these content creators these days are not relatable, right? You can be somebody who's relatable. You can be somebody who's just like, yo, like this is me. This is me, raw, authentic. I'm not doing a bunch of edits. I'm not doing a bunch of crazy stuff because I don't know how or I don't have the time or the interest. And you just get on YouTube and you just talk to people. You just tell people, like, yo, like I'm thinking about like not working my 9 to 5. I don't know what I'm gonna do in the meantime. Like, and here's what I would do. Like personally, the 9 to 5 lifestyle is just really not for me. It's really not for me. Like I would rather do content creation on the side, day trading and stock options. I'd rather drive Uber and do deliveries than be stuck in an office. That's just me personally. Now some people might be like, "Whoa, there's more security and there's more benefits and there's more money to be made at the 9 to 5," and that might be. But your peace of mind and your sanity and your freedom and your consciousness and your soul is at stake. And when it comes to, me and my circumstances, man, I've done all I can for these 9 to 5 jobs. So if you're at a 9 to 5 and it's working for you, great. But if you're there and you're like, you just kind of going through the motions, and you're like, man, like this is not it. You know what I'm saying? Like you go to work, you're just like, well, you can't wait to get out. I'm not saying quit your job, but make YouTube videos, create a side hustle, do something on the side that will help you reach your goals. Do something on the side that will help you supplement your income. That will eventually help you transition out of working a 9 to 5 job if you don't want to work it. Now, for those of you who like your job, stay there. Keep doing what you do. Maybe you pursued a certain path or a certain career path. Great, keep doing it. But it doesn't mean you can't make YouTube videos still. You can still make YouTube videos regardless of what you got going on throughout the day. All you need is about 20 minutes of your time to jump on camera and just talk to people. Just like this. It doesn't need to be crazy. It doesn't need to be super advanced or high quality or elaborate. Just use your cell phone. I use my iPhone. I'm using the iPhone right now. I'm using the back camera. I turn the camera onto 4K and I look at it and I talk. Some of you are very subconscious. You're like, "Ooh, I don't like the way I sound. I don't like the way I look." All these different things that you're making excuses over when realistically that's just stopping you from benefiting, right? That's just stopping you from getting the rewards that you can get from YouTube, which is, viewership, likes, comments, subscriptions, right? You can build a community. You can connect with like-minded individuals. You can help people, right? You can share your struggles. You can share your journey. You can share your story with people on YouTube. Like for me, for example, the 9 to 5, like for whatever reason, it just doesn't resonate for who I am and where I'm at mentally and spiritually. Like I would literally rather work doing independent contractor work or working on my own businesses, even if I'm only making 50, 60, 70, $100,000. I'd rather do that than be stuck working a 9 to 5, even if I'm making 150, 70, 200. Why? How can you justify, you know, making less money? Isn't that what this is all about? Money, 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 money. I mean, money is really important, right? But you'll realize that, like, in the quest for money, in this journey to get money, on this pursuit of financial freedom and chasing, 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 you sacrifice your time, you sacrifice your mental health, you sacrifice your energy, you sacrifice your focus and your attention and your freedom. And these are things that I'm not willing to negotiate with. These are not things I'm willing to compromise, me personally. So I would rather do, independent contractor work, side jobs, work on my businesses, work on stock investing, even if I'm making half of what I would make at a 9 to 5, simply because I value my time and I value my life and I value my freedom. I know for me, going to a 9 to 5 was very daunting. Like, I would not look forward to going to work. I'm like, oh man, like you're looking at the days, like you're like, okay, Monday, and now it's okay, great, I can't wait till it's Tuesday, Wednesday, halfway through the week, right? Thursday, oh, finally it's Friday, and then you kind of live for this Saturday, Sunday, which goes super fast, and then it's just like back to Monday, and then it's like back to the rat race, back to the grind, and then back to this like this hamster wheel of just like chasing money, chasing money, chasing money. And I've made enough money in my life to realize, like, yes, obviously it's important. Obviously, we want to make money. Obviously, earning money, having money, and being able to steward your finances is super important. But it's not everything, right? Money isn't everything, right? On my journey through working 9 to 5 jobs, I've missed important days like holidays and birthdays and celebrations and family affairs because I had to work, right? So being able to work on my own business, being able to make YouTube videos, being able to just jump on camera and share my experience has been very liberating, has been very freeing, has been very fulfilling for me because I can do what I want, when I want, where I want, for however long I want, with whoever I want, and there's nobody telling me not to do it. I don't have to seek permission. I don't have to ask for the okay. You know what I'm saying? I can just do what I need to do. I can just do what I want to do. And there's a lot of things that a 9 to 5 job stopped me from doing or prevented me from doing or just made it a lot more complicated for me to do. Like, just basic stuff like going to the dentist, getting my car repaired, like just simple errands. Like when I'm working 9 to 5, like I can't be on my phone. I can't like make other important calls, handle my own personal stuff. And then after 5, everything's closed. So it's like, okay, all I have is Saturday and Sunday. And then so you kind of just like I ended up in this situation where I'm like, I'm working 9 to 5, I'm making money. Okay, cool. Now Saturdays and Sundays I have to do all the things I couldn't do Monday through Friday, and so I don't really even get to like relax or enjoy, those days, or kind of take a break from the work. And I work hard. Like, trust me when I tell you this, I work all the time. Like, I'm a huge advocate for work. Like, I grind all the time. And so coming from somebody like me, like who's like, damn, like I need Saturdays and Sundays, or at least Sundays, to kind of like, regather, refocus, recollect, like reorganize, resituate, like not having that ability to do that because everything just smushed into Saturdays and Sundays because I couldn't do it in the week. It's just like, it's just whack. Like, to me, it's just kind of whack. I feel like there's more to life than just clocking in, clocking out, clocking in, clocking out, getting a paycheck every 2 weeks, and then kind of just waiting to get paid. Like, it's not that exciting. Like, when I was working a 9 to 5, I saw my future, like in the future, but I want to be now, right? Like when I'm working a 9 to 5, I'm like, okay, like I can't wait for that next paycheck. Like, oh, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months, this is where I'll be. But it's like, up until then, this is what my days are going to be like. I'm going to just like dread every day. I'm going to be miserable every day. I'm going to just be drained every day from having to wake up early, get ready, show up, put on my face, take a bunch of calls, talk to a bunch of people, do a bunch of selling. And it's not even like I have a real problem with that. Like, I enjoy that. I enjoy serving people. I enjoy like being somebody who's in the marketplace, somebody who's serving the people. But if you're 9 to 5, like for example mine, if like the 9 to 5, if it's not in alignment with who you really want to be or what you really want to do, and you're simply just doing it for the paycheck, you should ask yourself, like, why am I showing up to work every day? Just so I can get paid? And I understand, like, a lot of you are in certain circumstances. You got bills to pay, you got children to take care of, you got credit card debt, you got student loans. Like, I understand, like, you have to do what you have to do. And so sometimes getting a 9 to 5 the job is it's necessary, right? Keeping the 9 to 5 job is necessary, but at the same time, work towards building your freedom, work towards building prosperity, work towards building residual and passive income by making YouTube videos. It only takes about 20 minutes. You jump on the camera, you shoot a video like this, you talk about your life, you talk about your perspective, you talk about your opinions, you share who you are and what you got going on in life, and you just post it with zero expectations, right? You cannot expect, oh, my videos are just gonna go viral every day. All my videos are just gonna get hundreds and thousands and millions of views. Like, nah, like that's not even the point. The point is just show up, put out some content. Whoever wants to watch it will watch it. Hopefully, there's somebody out there who gets value from it, who likes the video, who watches it again. Maybe they share it, maybe they comment and express their interests, or they like it. And you just do this every single day, consistently. Just post on YouTube. And there's a trend right now on YouTube. There's a trend on YouTube where you can just make videos very easily. Like, I think a lot of us want to make YouTube videos, right? And we kind of like dream about it, or something. Like, if you're like me, you're like, damn, like how are these people making a living off of YouTube? Like, how are these people like making videos so consistently? How are they getting so much like momentum and all this engagement? It's because they just don't stop. They just keep on doing what they need to do, and they understand the law of averages, volume, and just reaping what you sow. Like, if you just put out a bunch of content, eventually it'll stick. Eventually you'll find your audience. Eventually you'll have your community, and you'll have people who listen to, who expect your videos, who look forward to your videos, and you can become a voice, right, in your needs. You can become a voice in your industry. You can become a voice in your community. You can become a voice for the people. And that's all I am. I'm somebody who understands that our time here on earth is limited. We have this spiritual experience that we're going through as humans, right? We're spiritual beings having a human experience, and our time is limited. And I don't want, me personally, to like, just to waste my time just chasing money, going to some job that I don't really have any true soul fulfillment in, just to get a check. Like, I'd rather have the excitement and the thrill of like waking up every day and just like, what am I gonna do? Like, what do I want to do? What can I do? And I understand that like getting a job sometimes is like the last resort, or it's the best option. It's the best resort. It's like, bro, like I'm not gonna start a business. Like, my YouTube channel is not gonna pop off overnight. Like, I'm not gonna hit the lottery. So like the best thing you can do, and sometimes, is to get a job, and that's fine. That's totally fine. I've had a lot of different jobs, from like search engine optimization and sales and marketing and solar and real estate and selling all types of products and different services like hot tubs and drop shipping and timeshares. And when I tell you, like, the biggest thing you can be doing is like working on yourself. The biggest thing, like the best investment, the best thing to work on is you. Is to work on your mindset, to work on your relationship with God, to work on your physique, to work on your articulation, to work on your diet, to work on your spirituality, to work on you. That's the best thing you can work on. So even if you're working a 9 to 5, get on YouTube, work on yourself, work on communication, work on talking, work on connecting, work on building relationships. That's really what life's about. That's really what life's about, fam. You And I understand you have goals, you have a vision, like you want to buy things, you want to buy a house, you want to buy a car, you want to take care of your family, you want to buy your girl a purse, you want to take your kids to college, you want to take vacations, and you want to eat good and go out to dinner and buy the nice clothes. Like, all that's necessary, and you cannot get any of that stuff without money. So I understand, like, okay, well, you need to get a job. Okay, well, have your job, but at the same time, work on something else for yourself. I recommend YouTube. Make YouTube videos. It's very low entry. It's very like affordable. Like, you don't have to invest a whole bunch of money to start making YouTube videos. You can just start. So it doesn't require a lot, right? And as long as you show up every day, you post a video, you're consistent about it, YouTube will pay you to get views. They'll pay you to get likes and comments and subscriptions and to build your audience and to post on YouTube. And they'll pay you just as long as you're consistently doing it. And then eventually you'll get accepted into the advertising program. You can start to make, a few dollars supplementum like on the back end, like, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. Even if it's an extra few $100s or even a few thousand, like, that'll help you. So make YouTube videos and just grind it out. Saying, stay solid, don't fold, don't quit your job if you need your job, and don't go full time into YouTube until like it's paying you. But in the meantime, put out YouTube videos. Like, make this something that's part of your life. Make this something that you're working on the side, so that eventually you can start to reap the rewards of making YouTube videos. because YouTube, especially going into 2025, moving forward, will be huge. It'll be huge for content creators, small content creators, large content creators, businesses, services, any industry like real estate agents, salons, like beauticians, designers, anybody, mechanics, like anybody doing anything. You can get on YouTube and make a video about it. Trust me, there's somebody out there who will watch it. So, anyways, I hope this video helped you make YouTube videos. YouTube is making it very easy to get views. YouTube's paying people easily. They're making it really easy to make money online, making money, posting on YouTube. You just got to show up. You got to stay consistent, and you got to do it. Even if you have a whole bunch of stuff going on the side in your life, dedicate a few minutes, 20 minutes, I recommend, per video. Get on camera, shoot the video, upload it straight to YouTube. Don't worry about the thumbnail. Don't worry about the title. Just post it, enjoy it, have patience, trust the process, and eventually it'll all pay out and pay off. All right? Peace.